Ever seen a giant metal tube shoot fire out its backside and just yeet itself into space like it forgot something up there? Yeah, that's a rocket launch. And today on Think Bits, we're cracking open the cosmic mystery of how rockets launch. With science, sarcasm, and just enough brain cells to get by. Let's blast off. Okay, so first off, rockets don't fly like planes. Nope. Planes glide on air. Rockets, they punch physics in the face and just go. They work in space where there's literally no air, which is like trying to swim with no water. But somehow it works. Magic? No. Rocket science, shockingly, is a real thing, and not just a phrase people use when they read being dramatic about installing IKEA furniture. So how do rockets do it? It all starts with Newton. Isaac Newton, that Apple guy. He came up with the whole every action has an equal and opposite reaction thing. Newton's third law. Basically, push one way, move the other. Simple enough, right? You blow something out the back, you get pushed forward. Like when you try to sneeze quietly and accidentally shoot yourself backwards. Rockets take this to a whole new level. Inside a rocket, there's fuel and an oxidizer. The fuel is basically the stuff that goes boom, and the oxidizer helps it go boom even when there's no air. Because, reminder, space equals no air. So rockets bring their own party. Its fuel oxidizer combo burns in a chamber, very angrily, creating hot gas. That gas wants out like it just realized it walked into the wrong bathroom. So it rushes out the nozzle at the bottom of the rocket at ridiculous speeds, creating thrust. And that thrust pushes the rocket up. Up, as in out of the atmosphere, up. Now, launching isn't just light it and hope for the best. There's a whole checklist involved. The rocket's vertical on a launch pad, and it's strapped down like your overly energetic cousin before a sugar crash. The engines start, and once everything checks out, like pressure, temperature, and is this thing not exploding, they let it go. Cue the fire, the smoke, the drama. The rocket lifts off with this slow, majestic rise like it's trying not to wake the neighbors. But 30 seconds in, it's booking it faster than a cat that just knocked over a vase. And then we've got staging. Rockets are basically fancy onions. They've got layers. Most of them use multiple stages because carrying empty tanks to space is like dragging an empty suitcase up Everest. It's not smart. So once a stage runs out of fuel, it detaches, falls back to Earth, and the next stage takes over. It's like passing the baton in a relay race. If the baton were on fire and screaming toward orbit, eventually the final stage gets the payload. Maybe a satellite, a rover, or Jeff Bezos into orbit. Mission accomplished. Rocket dropped mic, exited stage left, went to space. Now, you might be wondering, why don't we use rockets for regular flights? Imagine booking a flight to Hawaii and they tell you, okay, we're going to strap you to a missile. And when we're done, the plane explodes midair. Yeah, that's why. Rockets are high energy, high drama, one-way machines. Efficient for space, terrible for a casual beach vacation. Also, let's talk money. Rocket launches are stupid expensive. You literally setting millions of dollars on fire to yeet a car into space because some billionaire got bored? But hey, thanks to reusable rockets like SpaceX's Falcon 9, we slowly moving from burn it and buy a new one to land it, clean it, and send it again. Baby steps! And don't forget guidance systems. Because nobody wants a rocket doing donuts in the sky. Onboard computers and gyroscopes keep the rocket on track. If it goes off course, boom, literally, they'll self-destruct it for safety. Harsh but fair. So next time you see a rocket launch, remember, it's not just a cool show with fire and noise. It's an incredibly complex, barely controlled explosion being steered by math, ambition, and probably a guy named Steve in mission control, stress-eating pretzels. To recap, rockets launch by burning fuel to create thrust, pushing against their own exhaust to rise. They shed dead weight with staging, use guidance systems to stay on course, and sometimes even land themselves like show-offs. All thanks to centuries of science and the desire to launch tiny machines into a freezing void for research, exploration, and very expensive selfies. That's rocket launches the Think Bits way. Messy, fiery, and way cooler than anything else your taxes are paying for. Alright, if your brain's still intact after that ride, do the thing. Like subscribe, hit that bell, whatever. Or don't. We're not your mom. But we do post fun stuff like this every week, and trust us, You do want to know what happens when astronauts sneeze in 0G. Catch you next time, Earthlings.